The end of financial year is the perfect time to reassess how you manage your money, from the simple stuff like household budgets and paying off your credit cards to more complex investment strategies. The reality is most people won't achieve their goals, but there is a way around that, and it all has to do with getting the right advice. Financial Planner of the Year Claire Mackay knows too well the traps people can get into, and she joins me now in the studio. Claire, a warm welcome to you. What should be on the top of everybody's financial year goals this year?
Well, I would say get organised. Start with getting your paperwork sorted and writing down some key goals for the year. Because if you don't write them down, you're never going to put a plan around them and you're never going to achieve them.
Do you think that people are realistic with their goals? If they want to say, I want to become a millionaire this year, or I want to save $10,000, I mean, you've got to look at the numbers don't lie.
Well, I'm all for stretch goals, but some realism also helps, because the other thing is that we want to know that we can achieve them. There's no point putting up a goal that you're never going to get close to, because it's just demoralising. So set goals that are stretching yourself, but you know that you can monitor it and you can see that you're getting closer and closer to it. That's the exciting thing.
Even little things like saving $20 a week here, or maybe not taking your lunch or buying your lunch when you're at work, or paying off that credit card within a month earlier than you had planned to.
Exactly. I cut out a coffee a day. Now I have a lot of coffees, so one coffee is a huge impact. And it sounds like little, but it all adds up. And it's about weaning yourself and developing goals, and when you say, oh, that's an easy one, then moving on to the next one.
So if you're at that stage where you can start saving, say, $100 a week, $5,000 a year, for some people it's not a lot of money, for other people it's a huge amount of money. Where's the best place to invest that money right now?
Well, it depends on what you're saving it for. So if you know that you're saving it for a fabulous holiday, then put it into a high yield cash account and start thinking about how you're going to budget for that holiday. If it's a longer term, so the beginning of a deposit for a home, then again putting it so it's safe and secure. If it's a much longer term plan, and so therefore you've got time on your side, then you can potentially look at taking some risk. But again, it depends on what in your overall situation. I mean, for some people, paying down the debt quickly, like your mortgage, is absolutely a great way of using that money.
Property is a huge contender right now when it comes to long-term investment. Should everybody be jumping into the property market, given low interest rates, negative gearing, the pluses there, plus I guess that market that is really surging and giving great return?
Well, there are property markets and they go up and they go down. And the key thing is it right in your circumstance? So the problem is at the moment that with low interest rates, people are overextending themselves. So if you are going to go into the property market, don't budget on having low interest rates forever. Look at what are the interest rates on a long-term average and pretend as if they're already there now, and can you still afford that property?
Post-GFC, a lot of people got scared off from the stock market. With what's happening in Greece at the moment, our market's taken a little bit of a hit. Should people put a little bit more trust back into the corporates?
Well, it's all about understanding what you're doing with your money and what its purpose is. If you need it in 6 to 12, 18 months' time, then you don't want it at risk at all. If it's a longer term play, then we know that on long-term averages, if you're not looking at it every day, then your money will grow. But you need to look at it in the context of your overall financial situation. I
see a lot of ads on daytime television when I'm resting up and on the side of buses. They offer great financial products out there on the market. Can these be trusted?
My dad told me a long time ago, never trust anything that's advertised with a pretty girl on the front cover or on the side of buses, daytime TV, late night TV.
I think that says it all, doesn't it?
Well, they might be a good product, but you might be paying an awful lot for it, and there might be better alternatives out there. So do your research before you invest in any financial product.
For people that don't have the time to do that research and that maybe don't understand the options out there, is it imperative that they do get financial advice?
Well, I believe that everyone needs a financial plan. And whether you do that on your own and you do your own research, or whether you partner with an advisor, it's up to you. But making decisions based on emotions without doing your research, and whether you involve a third party to help you do that, is just foolish. So you work so hard for your money, and if you're paying for advice, we pay for our personal trainers, we pay for our cleaners. We're all capable of doing our own exercise plan, we're all capable of cleaning our own house. But if we value the advice and we can see that we can get more value in our financial situation than the fees we pay, then that's good money.
And what's the biggest mistake that you think people make when it comes to managing their money or money mismanagement?
I think everyone thinks if they got a little bit more of a pay rise, they'd be better off. And the truth is, regardless of how much you earn, it's how much you spend or how much you save that is actually going to make you wealthy and financially secure. So if you can put a little bit more into your mortgage, a little bit more into your savings, you're actually going to be more confident about your financial security going forward.
And you've always got to start small.
Absolutely. It's never too late, it's never too small, and it all adds up. Compounding interest is the eighth wonder of the world.
Claire Mackay, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
It's a pleasure.